This is Top Contender Box. We keep it real, 100 and unbiased. Today's topic is a fight that's in negotiations. It's in the talks. It's in the works. Hopefully, we should be getting it soon. It's David Benavides versus Demetrius Andre Boo Boo. We're gonna break this down two ways. Two ways. Right now, we'll break down the David Benavides part, and we'll do Boo Boo Andre's part. So, what do you think about David Benavides?
Well, the only good fights that I see that he's had that really partly, were kind of competition against is David Lemieux. And David Lemieux, I think he was already, beat up already, kind of, on his way down. So,
What are the weights he fought at, David Lemieux?
David Lemieux fought at 140, 154 and 160. And 168, that's when he moved up to fight David Benavides. And the other one was with Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, that was a good fight, but Caleb Plant, he should have knocked him out, but he didn't. Caleb Plant was just too.
They went 12 rounds.
They won 12 rounds. Yes, they did.
David went 12 rounds with Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant was in front of him the whole fight.
That fight was a lot more closer than the Caleb Plant Canelo.
Yeah, because with Canelo, he wasn't. Caleb Plant was more,
defensive.
way more defensive.
Yeah. Well, with Demetrius Andre Boo Boo, he has in his last two fights. He had a fight in 2021, and that one was against Quigley. He won. He won an okay fight. His performances are always subpar. And his fight after that was in 2023 against Nicholson. And in that fight, he got a couple dropped. He dropped his opponent down. He dropped Nicholson down, and he got dropped in that fight. And we ain't seen Demetrius Andre go down to the canvas since Martirosyan. And you got to remember Triple G. A lot of people tend to forget this. Triple G destroyed Martirosyan in 2 rounds. It could have been a round or two to Martirosyan. Triple G dropped Vanes Martirosyan, and Boo Boo Andre went the distance with Martirosyan. And I don't know, like this fight needed to be in the works for a while now. This will be Demetrius Andre's first real test, first real opponent. I see a lot of people in the comments say that Demetrius Andre is a 35-year-old prospect, because in reality, this will be the biggest fight of his whole entire career. I had to go through a Demetrius, resume to has he fought anyone? And out of all his I think he's 35-0. Out of his 35 fights, this is the first name he's gonna fight, David Benavides. And David Benavides' first real name too was against Caleb Plant, which he had a good showing against Caleb Plant. Yes, he won, but it wasn't so dominant. He didn't get a knockout against a guy who stood there in front of his face. So this fight should be, good, because Demetrius Andre, he does like to move around.
Yeah.
And Benavides,
Benavides, he's good. Benavides, he likes to use his hands a lot, but he's more, he likes to just punch a lot, and but right there we're gonna see where Benavides stands at as supposedly he's the monster.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how how big of a monster he is against Boo Boo.
In this fight, I've realized I realized a couple things, that this will be a fight against a real good offense with no defense, and a good fight against no offense and good defense.
A prospect.
A 35-year-old prospect who has good defense. His defense is actually suspect because of the caliber of opponents he has. And for Benavides, his offense is subpar because, he's been in there with Plant, a champion, an ex-champion.
And Boo Boo's not beat up or nothing because he really hasn't
he doesn't have that many miles.
He doesn't have his, exactly. He hasn't had any opponents that were a threat to him that were 50-50.
Yeah.
All his opponents were, okay, Boo Boo's going to win,
Yeah.
He's never had a threat, But this one coming up, if the fight does come up with Benavides, it's going to, that right there, I lay more on Benavides, but, that's good for him for taking this fight.
this fight right here, I could say these are both two prospects, because in reality, David Benavides, if he wins this, he gets that Canelo opportunity. If Demetrius wins this, he gets the Canelo opportunity. You know, they're both getting that payday. They're both always been asking for.
If Demetrius wins this, and then wow, and then he should deserve that. You
Yeah.
know what he's been asking for.
If Demetrius loses at this age, at 35, against Benavides, he would have to go back down to 60, because I see no future at 68 for him. And for David Benavides, if David loses this fight, he's gonna have to go up to 75, because he already looks like a man who should be a cruiserweight. In reality, at 68 with his height, you know, his body doesn't fit him being that skinny and that tall at this weight. You know, his body looks like it needs more meat.
I could have sworn he said that it hurt him already.
It's already hurting him. Yeah, it's already
trying to
hurting him to make weight. So either man has got something to lose here. If they lose, it's gonna make them a nobody in reality. Because think about that. You really need to think about, if you lose this, if Boo Boo Andre loses this fight at 35 years old against his first real opponent, against a somebody, and you know, I'm not saying it's a somebody. There's other people calling the man he's fighting a Mexican monster. In my eyes, he ain't no fucking Mexican monster. His resume only has one name on it, a real good name. And same thing for Boo Boo, you know. And one thing I noticed, you know, like I was telling you, who did David Lemieux lose to when he was at 54? Oh, 60.
He lost to Triple G.
Triple G. And Vanes Martirosyan lost to Triple G. Both their opponents lost to Triple G. And the funny thing is, neither of those guys have fought Triple G. Make that make sense. So hopefully we get this fight. And you know, because trust me, if this fight does get made, we'll talk about it and we'll watch this fight and we'll analyze this whole fight, because either man is gonna get Canelo if they win. No matter what, they're under the PBC charter, and they're gonna love to make this hopefully a spectacle that Canelo will get eventually. Because no matter what, they're gonna people saying, "Oh, Canelo's ducking Benavides." No, we're gonna get this fight after this one. So, you know, cross your fingers, everybody. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys very much.